It seems like every time you turn around over the last few years, things continue to get worse for Disney. It doesn't matter if we're talking about billions of dollars, over $4 billion lost on Disney Plus and the streaming services just in the past year. It doesn't matter if you're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars lost at the box office with so many disappointments and flops for Disney over the last year or year and a half. It doesn't matter if you're talking about the stock price, catering, everything, theme parks included. Everything's going wrong for Disney, all while they're embroiled in a lawsuit with the state of Florida. Well, now it looks like we've got another lawsuit for Disney. Disney, who's always pushing for representation and diversity and equity, now find themselves on the wrong end of saying that they didn't give equal pay to people because of their gender. Take a look at this. Disney lawsuit escalates to over $150 million, and it's looking worse. A Disney lawsuit filed in California alleging wage discrimination for women may become a class action suit worth $300 million. To put this in perspective, this is a lawsuit that's been going on for years now that Disney has desperately tried to get thrown out. They've tried everything they can. They've thrown all their lawyers after it. They tried to slow it down as much as they possibly can, but it doesn't matter. It's not going anywhere. You have women in the state of California that claim they were being discriminated by Disney. They didn't get as paid as much as men, and now they're looking for all those wages to be recouped. $150 million. What looks like what's going to happen in California, if they do let it go class action lawsuit, it's going to go to $300 million. Now, hell, $300 million loss for Disney, that's nothing. That's basically putting out an Indiana Jones movie for them at this point, losing billions every quarter on Disney Plus, things like that. But still, for a company that prides themselves on being so progressive, little bit of a black eye to have these women saying that you're not paying them enough. But here we are. Take a look at this. Exclusive, fireworks might be about to go off at the Walt Disney Company this 4th of July weekend, at least legally. More than 4 years after Walt Disney Studios staffers LaRonda Rasmussen and Karen Moore first filed a complaint against the Mouse House of discriminating against female workers by paying them less than men, attorneys for the duo and other women are today asking a California judge to allow them to turn the matter into a class action lawsuit. Now, there's a ton of stuff that's been redacted in the lawsuit itself because it uses an internal study that Disney did about pay discrepancies. Essentially, they're alleging there's a 2.5% pay difference between men and women, that they did it intentionally. It's solely based on gender. To be honest, it's a bunch of bullshit. Like, that's really what we're talking about here. But for Disney, because they are just so progressive, they've constantly been championing these things. They've been talking about equal rights and representation and making sure all these things are okay and progressive. Well, now you're in a little bit of a pickle because they're forced to claim that, no, we don't have a gender wage gap, while having some information that they collected right in front of them. They're saying that Disney owes all these women that work there $150 million in total over those years because of what they did. But if it does go class action, it looks like it could be bumped to $300 million. Just one more thing to put on the pile of shit that continues to go wrong for Disney. Again, the lawsuit in Florida, that's not going well for them. Ron DeSantis destroyed them in Florida, regardless of however the media tried to spin it one way or the other. Now they're trying to get Florida to go to mediation with them to settle something. And Florida's like, fuck no, we're keeping this in court. We're not going to mediation for shit. And now on the opposite coast, over on the West Coast in California, they're facing lawsuits from women who feel like they were wronged by woke Disney. Disney tried to brush it under the rug. They tried to get rid of it, tried to throw this lawsuit out, but now it looks like it could be escalating for them. Things continue to go from bad to worse when it comes to Disney. I think it's funny, to be honest, that Disney is espousing so many of these woke viewpoints and pushing all this stuff. But when it comes to women that feel like they've been wronged by Disney, they're like, oh no, what do you mean? We wouldn't do anything like that. And they're doing everything they can to bury it. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments section below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.